to Caesar. I was told to come out here for something special.
You are special.
Yes, you're it.
What a lovely group we have here. I've had some graduate studies done, and I'm waiting because they said they were going to give me some kind of a diploma. Where is the diploma person?
Here she comes. Oh, the diploma person. Who's the diploma person? Gene.
This is a faculty from the University of Life.
Is there a diploma or something going to be presented? You were going to say something.
And I was told to come here for a special commendation. What is the special thing?
I'll be right back.
Summa cum laude instead of Phi Beta Kappa. I'll tell you why. Because I always thought I could be a Phi Beta Kappa, and they never gave me a Phi Beta Kappa.
Well, the good news is you're summa cum laude.
Summa cum laude! Oh!
Summa cum again next year.
Well, Summa, you did not cum laude, so give me some more. There we are. That's great. Well, I'll tell you what.
Give us some words of wisdom, Uncle.
Words of wisdom.
That's right. Come on, that's where we're hoping for some advice here.
Oh, you got my words.
I don't know what you want.
Well, give me both of them all.
You got them all.
No, I need that one too, I think, don't we?
No, these are words.
Oh, no. No.
So I was told that you did not graduate Phi Beta Kappa, but you graduated
Summa cum laude.
So we'll...
Oh, there's my...
Whoa, look at
Ageless wonder.
There's my button.
Oh, terrific.
Is it supposed to be blue? Shh.
Do I get to kiss the presenter?
You may if you
There
wish.
you are.
Bravo!
Cum laude. Wow. All right. Well, words of wisdom. And you know, this is funny because
Hope so.
somebody, one of my daughters, Carolyn, in her other life, had said to me, what's your answer for living so long? And I just talked with her, and after maybe 5 or 10 minutes, we hung up and we said we're going to have a nice party. In the meantime, I started writing like a little history of what I'd done, and she mailed me this set of information, and that's the whole thing that I was going to talk about. So let me read it to you. Words of wisdom on longevity. Eat fresh fish. Lots of vegetables. Beef in moderation, well cooked.
Were these Karens?
Choose your parents well. Keep breathing. Don't smoke or chew tobacco. Be moderate in all things. Where is she? Lighten up, don't worry, be happy. Black licorice wouldn't hurt. Red licorice is desirable. Important to make right choice of partner. Be cooperative. Treat people with kindness. Be understanding. Do not complain. Face your difficulties. Try to overcome them. Be thankful for all the pluses in your life, if you have any. And sing. And God bless. Now, actually, it says sing. And we had, on the University of Life, we had an alma mater. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Mom, Dad, and children 3, we will always family be. Dear Mom and children 3, you can't beat our family tree. Through the ages lived us all, growing up and growing tall, living, loving day by day, till the times we had to say, go your way, but do come back. Now's the time to leave. Do come back, oh, do come back, please, oh, please. You know, you're such a good group. I'm going to cancel an entertainment that I had for inside and give it to you folks. And what this is a little treatise on my life, and one of the things that kind of started me off way back. And it was a poem by Robert Frost. And his final verse was, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And the reason I like that poem, it's actually indicative of my whole life, because I've had about 6 different careers. I get tired of one thing, and I'd see another road to take, one here, one there, and I would go whichever one I thought I'd like best. And after I traveled a few miles on that, I said, well, I'm tired of this road, and I went to another road. And that was a period that explains my whole life. And I still have one more road, but I can't quite see the entrance to it yet. But maybe it'll come to me. But anyway, I put together a little poem. My life is like a poet's rhyme, in unmarked verse, a season's wine, a goal to reach, a way of life, no matter what the pain or strife. A poem of some verse and more that brings us here from door to door. Each one presents a way of life, sisters, brothers, husbands, wife. A common thread holds us together in family groups in every weather. Ours not to fear death when it comes, be thankful for our loving ones.
Bravo.
And that's all I've been paid for.
Did you get an encore ready in case you
Oh,
stand?
are there any questions?
Entertainment.
Put it on the tab.
Are you all happy? Oh, hey, great, yeah.
Everybody's happy. I was just going to say that no, that the
Are you all working? You all have jobs? Most of you?
Some of us are retired.
Yeah, well, some are retired. Well, some of you just look tired. Well. Well, there must be some questions. No questions. Okay, that's all right because there are no answers.
I want to know.
More. What? Oh, yes.
I want to know if you had a favorite part of your life raising your children. Was there a favorite part of being a family and being a father?
Yes, when my wife was pregnant with them. No, we were very lucky, I think. Yeah.
You know, that said exactly like the Germans. You know, the German survey they just had said their happiest time was before the kids were born. So you're saying it like a German.
Well,
True. About 2 months ago, it came out. Yep, it was in the paper.
well, most people, you know, they work until they're about 65, and then they have another 15, 20 years of retirement and lovely, nice living. So I thought the way to beat that is don't quit work till you're 95, and you could get to about 115. I quit at 95, and I gave up my people that I was doing things for. And so now I'm only 5 years into retirement. So,
Working for you. It's working for you.
yeah, it doesn't show it all, does it yet? This is my real hair. This is fake hair.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, yeah.
So, what gave that away? So how many holes of golf did you play? I know you look better with a hat on. How many holes of golf did you play today?
How did I do?
How many holes did you
We only played 18. There wasn't really time to go 27.
And you're only 100, right?
And I really did 100.
Yeah.
Well, I have to cheat. I really did 101, but I should have picked up a little earlier on the last hole. So.
We think he's less at his age.
Well, you understand though. This is not a regulation course here. It's quite short. So don't tell people that I did my 100th
I hadn't noticed.
on a short course.
about the grounds.
But
Yeah.
the loopsy doopsies.
If I shoot a 39 and 9
How much time did you spend in the rough?
How much time did I spend in the rough?
Very little.
Or the bluff? Rough?
Rough. That word is
I had my clothes on the whole time I was dressed.
How long was he in the buff?
Was there a difference between the rough and the fairway? Not so much, right?
Rough in the fairway?
Not so much. Not much difference.
In the fairway, you don't have to take a club to do it out of a rough. Out of a rough, the only way to get out of a rough is to say, where is that ball? That's the difference.
I have a question.
Yes.
In your life of 100 years, pinpoint, not necessarily...
Wait a minute, I'm not coming to embrace you. I just couldn't hear you.
In your life
In my life,
of 100 years,
yeah.
pinpoint a specific time or incident, but enlighten us with a great time of your life and why.
Ooh, a great time.
What is this, a quiz? Well, he hasn't lived 100 years yet.
Well, outside of my wedding day, obviously. All right. Is that what you mean?
Or family or no family.
Yeah.
What's a great time of your life and why?
Okay.
Well, one of the more interesting times was I had after the war, well, first of all, I was the claim adjuster for Liberty Mutual just before that's World War II. And
Indians or no?
And after the war, because my draft board said I should be called way up because my number was way up. And then the last time I was with them, they said, "Now where did you go? What was your schooling?" And I mentioned Colgate and MIT, and he said, "MIT, you should be in defense work." The same morning, I went down to Raytheon. They gave me a job. They were setting up a new department to do methods engineering. And that's how I spent my time during the war. And I tell you, the first time I went out on the factory floor, that was my job. Go on the factory floor, see if anything could be eliminated or done more easily or not. And I saw something that I thought could be changed. And I was to go to the engineering department, which I did. And I said to the engineer, he was sitting there, I was over him like this, you know. And I said, that gunk that they're putting on the terminals of those boxes, that's taken a lot of time to put on. Can we just eliminate that? He looked up at me, "Are you crazy?" I said, "No, why? Do you know where those are going?" "No, where are they going?" "They're going to the South Seas to the Navy for repair of ships." "Oh, well, okay." So we just went out and we did something else to make it easier. And that's what I did during the war years. And then when the end came, Raytheon had set up a public relations office which had not gone into work yet. And it was photography. And I went to the people that had done that project and I said, "What are you going to do now?" Because Japan had surrendered. And he said, well, we don't know. We're probably going to just dismantle it. I said, could I buy it? And he said, sure, give us your price. And I gave him a price. And now I know I gave him too high a price because I was the only bidder. And he said, you got it. I went to my boss that September, gave my notice, and he said, I don't hear you. The reason is this whole department is being eliminated next month and you'll get separation pay. So that was my start of a 7-year term as a photographer. And the only thing I can say is it was tough to make a living. But about 10 years ago, at my retirement home, I got a letter from the little museum in Newton, Mass, where I had my business, sent to my Needham address, forwarded about 5 years to me. They wanted to see me if I was the Everett Hankey that took pictures during the 1940s, 50s. And I called them up and I said, well, why do you want to see me and talk to me? They said, we have a combination of all the pictures, the local pictures that you took are on display, and we'd like you to come down and talk to you and have you see your old pictures. And we went down. The gal that was running that, I said, we'll be down Saturday. She said, we're closed, but I'll be there to meet you. And all but one picture was already taken down. But the one picture, I used to do work for the local Newton Wellesley Hospital. And in those days, they had a group of ladies that did, volunteer work. But they were dressed to kill. And they were having a tea party. They had a table as long as across there. And they're sitting all there with silverware, all dressed, hair's done, and I'm standing here and I took that picture. And they still had that one picture. It was a beautiful picture. But anyway, I'm digressing because...
That was one of your favorite times of life.
It was a favorite time of life, yeah. Now let me see what else could be. Well, I'll tell you an interesting time.
Daughter is asking, how old were you
at that time?
At that time?
After the war.
After the war, I was, let's see, 19, 15 and 15 is 30, and 15. I was about 30, yeah, after the war, yeah, 30, 32, something like that, yeah. I live in a retirement community now, and I live in a cottage, and then there's a big apartment building with people in. And recently, one of the ladies that came to live in the apartment was a bride that I took her wedding pictures of 40, 60 years ago. Okay. And she still had the album. I said, oh, could I see that? Because I was concerned whether they still could be seen, you know, yellow marks and all. And she took it out, and it looked perfectly like brand new. And that proved one thing that I used to say way back when I was in business, and we had a group of our church, we used to meet for Saturday night suppers once at our individual homes. And I used to have to go back to my office and turn off the water because the prints were... And I used to say, I'm sorry now, I've got to turn off my water. And that proves that I did the right thing. But 65 years later, those pictures were perfect. All right? Now let me see what else I had that would be of it. One of the interesting things, though, was I worked for a big Midwestern corn refiner, and I was, my next-door neighbor told me that they were looking for another salesman. Somebody was getting fired. So I went in and applied for the job, and I got the job. So now I was a salesman selling to the confectionery industry, the paper mills, and everybody else that was doing anything. And I enjoyed that job, and I didn't mind going and even to a small plant and trying to sell something. And I think I was the only one that got any new business. And I can remember one interesting one was down in Connecticut, there was a big wholesale bakery man. And on one of my calls, he said to me, Ev, he says, I need a speaker for, it wasn't Rotary, it was one of the service clubs, for next month. Could you come down and talk to us? I said, certainly. So I'm going back to my office in Boston, and I reported to my boss. I said, I've got a job to do down in Connecticut. Get back to the home office for me in Clinton, Iowa, and send me some material about corn processing. Well, they didn't send the material. They were going to send somebody from the Interior Engineering Department to come all the way this way to talk for Kiwanis or whatever it was. I said, tell them not to send, just send the material. I'll take care of the talk. Well, I went down and we had this lovely talk, and all men in the audience, and my customer said to me at the end, Ev, he said, that's very interesting. Now, how many pounds of cow manure does it take to fertilize an acre of your corn? And I said, probably twice as much of bullshit that it takes to sell an acre of corn. And I had 100%. Way! So those are some of the interesting things.